Time to take a look at what's new in Warframe for the week commencing the 28th of March 2022. It's actually going to be quite an interesting week, starting off with Nightweave, as you could expect. For the acts, survive for 30 minutes in Kuva Survival, complete a defense mission reaching at least wave 20. Normal acts, there is complete an Isolation Vault bounty and the Cambion Drift, complete 10 Syndicate missions, pick up 8 rare mods. Index is good for that. I nearly named it something else. Mine 6 rare gems in the Plains of Eidolon and fully socket 3 Ayatan sculptures. All in all, actually fairly easy, including the rare mods. For credit offerings, there is the usual Kuva, Ayatan, Vauban, Ports, Catalyst, Reactor, the Nihil's Obelete. Come on, load. Caliban's alternate helmet has returned yet again. Didn't think it would turn up so quickly, but there it is, as well as a few other alternate helmets for other frames. Obviously keeping an eye on those, is if you are looking for a particular one, is worth doing. But I saw it. Garuda should come into play this week. We'll get onto that in a second. Auras, there are steel charge plus 60% melee damage is a huge perk for that, but the fact it's a 9-point mod instead of a 7 means you get extra bonus if you match the polarity in your aura to that for modding your Warframe with. If nothing else, it is useful for that, but melee damage, very, very useful. Shotgun Scavenger, not so much. Sprint boost can be if you are running Frost, because at this point he's the only one who never got a sprint buff for his prime version. Still kind of insulting they haven't fixed. Well, it's not really fixed that they haven't done that, because they did it to every other tank. And Rifle Scavenger, there is Grol's Publafloof. Still weird it doesn't match the correct colours. The Wolf Beacon, this is the only way to get the parts for the Wolf Sledge to drop. You can pick up many, you can only use one per mission though. There is the Merlok Desert Camo skin, the Heck Desert Camo skin, 3 different melee weapons this week. There is the Dark Dagger, blueprint to actually build it, the Jaw Sword, which is... I'm still waiting for the prime version of this because, well, the Pangolin sword is also here and we do have a prime version of that, which means anything in here can be primed, even down to the heat dagger. And, well, as I mentioned, if the jaw sword looks like this, the prime version should be really interesting. Augments, there is the Singularity, Absorb for Nyx, Brainstorm for the Grakata on headshot, 100% ammo efficiency for half a second. And Atlas's Rumbler, that is actually pretty useful. Just simply because playing as the Rumblers can be lots of fun, but going to see Teshin have a look at what the Steel Path Honor stores brought this week. Shotgun Riven mod. That is a kind of a huge shame. No, that cannot drop mods for the arc guns. The arc gun Rivens are a set of their own, which is a shame because, well, the Corvus is a shotgun based arc gun. There is, as expected, the Veiled Riven Cypher, the primary arcane adapter, secondary arcane adapter, and I don't know why I check every week, but still none of the new in-action glyphs turned up yet. Next week, however, that should be interesting as well, as to what he's bringing here anyway. Not of course to forget, if you have Helminth's Invigoration segment, you can come and see Helminth, and the Invigorations have reset. Yours will be different to what you see here, but of course every 10th Invigoration allows you a mutation that allows you to then put any one of these, to be fair, sprint speed on Frost would be probably the only one of those I'd put on there, because crit chance could be usable. Then it's armor, ability efficiency, that could be useful for Frost if I used him for anything but Snow Globe, if I'm being honest. Though it could have been useful the other day. He spammed his 4th Avalanche all the time. But probably sprint speed. And any one of these you can then put on whatever frame you happen to have equipped with that mutated invigoration. And lastly, as you may already know, Garuda's Prime Access goes live on March 28th. The weird thing here is they haven't put a time on it. Usually they will put a time, and I'm going to go down and have a look here, and nope, it just says March 28th. This of course does mean that Titania Prime, the Corinth Prime, and the Pangolin Prime relics that drop those will be going into the Prime Vault. No more of the relics will drop. If you have some, you can still use them, you can still trade parts, relics, build them, all of that goodness. You just can't get new relics. Whereas Harrow's Prime Access ending just means his Prime accessories are gone. Everything else is going to remain exactly as it is. You just can't buy him through his Prime Access anymore. You can still trade for him, farm for him, the relics are dropping and everything else, but it's Garuda Prime that is launching today. With the absolutely lovely looking Sungai Prime Ephemera, or however that's pronounced, because with that X on the end it just kind of sounds kind of weird. I do like the look of the Ephemera and the armor, but Garuda Prime comes with, and for some reason that didn't work, that's just the best thing ever. The Corvus Prime. The first ever arc gun, primed arc gun, and the Nagantaka Prime. Really interested to see how these work, because that's basically a crossbow that looks really nice and an arc gun. I'm hoping that comes gravamagged, because if it doesn't come pre-gravamagged, they've dropped the ball kind of massively here, because it really kind of should. But we'll find out later. I keep saying today because obviously this is the week starting the 28th, but what would that be? I'm not even going to work that out. How many hours between now and when the Corvus Prime, the Nagantaka Prime, and Garuda Prime all come to the game? Why am I not working it out? Well, it says March 28th and that's it. Usually it's at 2 PM EST, ET, I think they're on EST now, but it's usually at 2 PM EST, but the time for Warframe's updates recently, because of lots of other factors, have been all over the place, that not even Digital Extreme have added an actual time of when this comes out. So it's just sometime today, Garuda Prime Access. Oh, and everything 9-year anniversary related, which is the Wisp Dex skin, the Dex Wisp skin, that is also coming on, well, today, on March 28th, again, with no timer here as to what time of day it comes, but that's expected. This was from the dev stream. So the 9-year anniversary, the Prime stuff, it's all coming March 28th. Weird for them to update on a Monday, but with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.